I got Diamond Qing here with me today. What's up, sis?
What's up?
Yo,
How
Harlem in
you
the
doing today?
building. How's quarantine been treating you? How's this whole pandemic been treating you?
Honestly, it's been treating me very good.
I see
Contrary
that.
to how, everybody else has been reacting to quarantine, it's giving me time to really perfect my craft and really dive into the studio and work on different sounds and work on different music. So even though I didn't have music to put out during quarantine, I was working during quarantine. So I got a whole bunch of stuff to put out now, and I got a whole bunch of stuff people to look at now. Okay.
Yo, I love this. And before we get to the new music, man, so tell for the people who, because this is your debut kind of like single, for all the people who are just finding out about you or just kind of like, getting put onto you, like, I guess give like a brief description of like, I don't know, how you came up, like, how you got started rapping, the basic stuff.
So I pretty much was always writing. Like all my life, I would write poems, I would write stories, but I didn't start writing music until last year. So
Oh, wow.
last year was my first time ever writing a song, ever getting into the studio, and it just felt like home. It didn't feel like anything that was uncomfortable to me. I'm very outspoken anyway. I'm always the loudest person in the room. I have the biggest energy. So when it comes to making a track, we just have so much fun in the studio. So it really doesn't even feel like work or anything out of the ordinary anyway.
Yo, and I know your mom's like a big part of like she's been a big part of like supporting your career and like kind of like your upbringing when it comes to music too, right?
Yes, definitely. She pushed me to do any and everything that I love to do. Before I started rapping seriously, I was modeling. So even with
Okay.
that, she was pushing me to be the best model ever. So now that I'm rapping, she's my biggest fan, like always my biggest fan, always pushing me to do any and everything. So even when I'm half naked and I'm talking about me being all sexy and the thighs, like she's still right there backing me through everything. So it works out for me.
Yo, I love that. So you were saying that like last year was like your first year where you started writing. So why did you feel like at that point, like, okay, it's time for me to do this? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got a single out last year, you got Run It Up out now. So what kind of like, I guess, what was that shift for you where you was like, all right, I like the modeling thing, but I want to do this too?
I had already taken a year-long break from modeling before I
Mm,
had started rapping, only because I've been modeling since I was 11. So it
mm,
started to feel more of like a habit than something I wanted to do like with my life. Like I love being in front of the camera, but just thinking about like traveling city to city, state to state just to do runway, it just felt like I wanted to do more. So I had took a break from modeling just to explore different things because I feel like I'm pretty much good at anything that, I give the energy to.
all right.
So I had made a video rapping along to a song, and a bunch of people just was like, "Oh, you're so pretty! Like you should rap. You should be a rapper. You be
Mm,
a pretty rapper." So I just was like, "Let me play with it." And I got a beat, and I just did a little freestyle on it, and it did very good. So I was like, "Okay," and so we gonna try this one.
And so now,
So
and so now we're here. It's 2020. Run It Up is out now. You in the top 100 of iTunes. So,
yeah,
man, how are you feeling right now? Now, like this is kind of like because you had Drip last year, right? And then
yeah.
now you here with this record. But this is like you took like a year in between the records. So I don't know if you're looking at this as like your official like coming out the gate swinging, or I don't know how you looking at this record right
Yeah,
now.
that's kind of how I feel, only because Drip, I felt was just something that I really like, just threw it together and just threw it out, just because I wanted to get music out to people, because Drip was put out a year after I had started rapping. So I took a year of just posting freestyles on
Okay.
Instagram and on Facebook, and then I had dropped Drip, but it still didn't, like when people listen to it, I feel like they don't really get to see like who I am just listening to Drip. So I feel like I really needed something that really speaks Diamond King. So I feel like Run It Up is definitely that.
Yo, I love that. And I know you got this thing called King Trap, right? Like that's kind of like how you describe your style. So what is this, I guess, I don't know, explain to me what King Trap is and like why like that's how you define the music you make.
That's how I define the music that I make, because when people think of female rappers or female MCs, they just automatically think of females that, are rapping about sex all day or
Mm,
rapping about their pussies all day. And
mm,
it's like I can do that because, sex is great, but it's
right.
like I prefer to just rap more about something that can be related not only just for females but guys too. I feel like if they just switch out when I'm talking about men and they change it to talking about a female, it still works. And I also talk about females in my songs too, because I do love girls. So I feel like It's not like the typical female rapper type of music. So that's why I call it King Trap. And I love trap beats. So it's just like it all works out.
Yo, and I think that's such a great way to describe it. I like how you mentioned that, like, you could swap out, like, if you talk about a guy, you could swap it out, and like if you're talking about a girl, it's still kind of the same situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you're not kind of like, you're not falling into, I guess, I don't know, what people perceive as like female hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
you're defining it a little more and kind of giving it a little more like meaning. And so people, like, when they look at like females in hip hop, it's like, oh, okay, like I get what she's trying to do here.
Yes. That's it. You got it. That's it.
I got it. That no, and I fuck with that heavy. So being from New York, something I always do when I have people on the show, especially who are from New York, I ask them if you could like collab with someone, from past, one past and one present, like think 2010 and before, and then 2010 to now. Who are two people that you would love to work with? And I'll tell you who everybody normally says after you give me yours, because I'm just curious to see if you're gonna say the same people.
Okay, so past. Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta choose one person.
Pick one person from the past and then one person from now.
One person. Okay,
like 2010 before and then 2010 to like 2020.
Okay, so one person from the past that I for surely want to work with is Missy Elliott.
Okay.
And present, I would say Lil Uzi.
Uzi, okay. So
yeah.
I noticed that, like, when I got your bio, you're like super heavily influenced by Missy, because it kept, Missy was name dropped multiple times. So do you like look to Missy a lot for like inspiration when it comes to your records, or?
Yeah, her different flows, her creativity, just everything. Missy, like, I feel like she's just an amazing artist. Like, I feel like she can do no wrong. Any song that she drops, I'm trying to learn the lyrics, I'm dancing to it. She makes music that makes me feel good. So that, like, literally any Missy song that you play, it's like a feel good song, and I love that about her. So yeah, she definitely influences me a lot, because I like listening to music that picks me up. Like all the sad breakup music, I usually don't listen to music like that, because I'm always in an uppity mood. I'm never down. So she's like it for me.
I love that. Yo, so what else you got coming up for the rest of 2020? I know we got the new single out now. That's what we focusing on. But what's next for you, 2020 and beyond? Like, what you got coming up? What you got in the stash?
More music. We got projects, collaborations, just a lot of great things. Like, a lot of great things. Like, this is just the beginning. And I feel like we've already done a lot, but this is just the very, very beginning. So it's a lot of good things coming up.
So you got more singles coming out this year, or you think about doing like a little EP this year, or you save it kind of like that for 2021?
Definitely more singles this year. As far as any like set like release dates for any projects, I don't have that right now, but definitely more singles coming up, and very, very soon.
Right. I just had to ask, because the new single out now, I know that's what we're focusing on, but we always gotta like ask about the future and look towards the future a little bit.
Right.
Have you been getting, like, when it comes to like like New York artists too, like, who are some people right now that you like really want to work with and really kind of want to like fuck with, especially with such a surgence of like New York artists in hip hop, like 2020 and 2019 and beyond? Like, who are some people out right now that you really kind of want to like collab with and make sure you connect with over the course of like the next like year or two?
Definitely A Boogie, because I've watched his come up, and he lived like 15 minutes away from me. So it's like that for sure. Cardi B is another one. When she lived in Bronx, she lived like 20 minutes away from me. Like, I lived so close to everybody, and they just all came up. Tiana Taylor is another one of them. When she lived in Harlem, she lived a block away from me. So it's just like,
you're just in the center of where everybody live at, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So for surely, those are three people from New York that I definitely want to work with, because I feel like that would just be great, especially me and T. Like, we both from Harlem. Like,
yeah, I feel like when I ask people this, like, they don't say Tiana Taylor enough. Like, they always say A Boogie, or they'll say like, I don't know, Favi, Pop, or whatever. But like, they never ever really bring up Tiana, and I'm like, but Tiana's from New York. Tiana, like, just because she's a singer doesn't mean you can't work with her.
Rap. I feel like people just rappers, and she's a singer, so I think that's why that goes over their head. But I love
Tiana would be dope. I can see that. I fuck with that. So before I let you go, like, you know, if you got anything else you want to plug, anything else that you want that the people got to know about, now is the time to do it. Let them know anything that they got to know. New record, obviously, anything coming up. Go ahead and plug that in.
Yes, well, y'all already know about Run It Up, okay? Keep running that up on the charts. We broke top 100.
We
Like
gotta get top 50. We gotta get a top 50 next.
right. So we have to. That is blowing my mind. And as far as new music, very, very soon. Like very, very soon. Thank you to Trappin' in London, J Rod, the producer, for Run It Up. Like it just this is definitely doing way better than I had imagined. Like I know that I make good music, but I just wasn't expecting everybody to really like jump on it like this and really have so much support behind me. So this is crazy to me that in less than a week we are almost already at 50,000 streams. Like it's crazy.
Man, I'm so excited for you, and I'm so looking forward to watching you grow over the course of the next year to beyond that. I want to thank you for being here with me today, for, you know, working with me even through the light falling down and everything like that.
Right.
I appreciate you being here with me digitally, even though, you know, I'm looking forward to when we can do this next in person. Let the people know where they can follow you at, any of that, all your social handles.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram, Diamond_Qing, and King is Qing. You can follow me on Snapchat, Diamond Qing, no underscore, and TikTok, Diamond Qing. Twitter.
TikTok, very important.
Very important. And my Twitter is King Diamond.
Boom, you heard it there. Make sure you go run it up, get it to top 50 on iTunes, please. That'll be super dope for New York. And until next time, Diamond Qing on the radar. Appreciate you.
Thank you.